Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and information on Path of Exile. And the news for the upcoming expansion are starting to roll in. For example, we got 4 new unique items to look at out of the 12 or so that are going to come. We can see Nuros Harp, crit most likely, however elemental bow, so no physical damage, a lot of cold damage, attack speed, light radius, which still has no use whatsoever, chance to create chilled ground when you freeze an enemy, and creating consecrated ground when you shatter an enemy. So freezing, whether be by crit or just by freeze chance, is going to be really good with this bow, and it's definitely a very strong elemental bow. You can see it requires level 68 and a lot of dexterity, so it's going to be your elemental bow to go, kind of like the evolution of Stormcloud, I guess. Simu's Gift, new quiver, which gives a bit of crit, dexterity, cast speed, life, light res, chance to avoid being stunned, and 1% increased lightning damage per 10 intelligence. So it's basically a CI quiver, and it feels like just a spark quiver, a crit spark quiver with cast speed, lightning damage per intelligence. It's definitely something you want to do or to use with a lightning based caster, most likely CI. So there you go, coming maybe a bit too late, but still is going to come and it's definitely going to be used. A cloak, a unique savant robe, which I cannot pronounce for the love of myself, which beside having some energy shield, makes your minions immune to blind. Not really useful, however your minions have a 15% chance to blind enemies on it, which is probably really strong against bosses. Also, socketed minions are supported by level 16 life leech, which is actually pretty good. And the last part, which is the most interesting one, is found magic items drop identified. So you will already see all the mods on magic items, and if you know the suffixes and prefixes names, you will be able to get a lot of very good for crafting and for sale items, blue items that you will generally ignore. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder how that works in a party. But anyway, we also got the Touch of Anguish Imperial Claw, kind of high physical damage, a very decent critical strike chance, with increased cold damage, chance to gain frenzy charge on killing a frozen enemy, and skills chain an additional time while at maximum frenzy charges, also having additional freeze chance. However, your critical strike do not always freeze, so it's pretty interesting. It's not like a perfect charging for your frenzy charges. However, if you balance your crit and your freeze charge, you will pretty much have max frenzy charges all the time, and this will cause your skills to chain an additional time. And I wonder if you can use these, well, you can definitely use these with Frostblades, that's the given one. However, maybe you can use this as an offhand for some builds, maybe for some EK builds going elemental or something like that. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting one. High level requirements again, so it's probably going to be very good for high level stuff, depending on your builds, of course. And then we got 3 new unique strong boxes. First one is Dasheth Storm, which basically unleashes Deadly Sandstorm and animated weapons. And the prizes, however, are Marakath weapons, so that's pretty damn interesting, because Marakath weapons are pretty strong. Second cache is the Ashes of the Condemned, and this releases a succession of tormented spirits, and it's not clear if it also releases normal monsters for the spirits to possess. Also doesn't say if the big rewards are in the chest itself or given by the spirits. Still pretty interesting one. And the third chest is the Warbands chest, or Warbands caches, and what these do is pretty much the remainings of the Warbands mod, and of course it will spawn some Warbands stuff, and I guess you will gain Warband's unique items. I'm also guessing we won't see Warbands for a long time in the leagues, so I don't really think anyone cares anyway. The only thing is that if these boxes are as rare as the other unique boxes we have currently, well, it's basically useless. I mean, I don't think I ever saw one unique boxes in my time of play, and that says it all. If these boxes are as rare as the normal ones, I'll probably never see one, so I don't really care about these ones, even though really cool stuff, yeah, sure. Hopefully we'll be able to actually see it in game and not just in the screenshot over here. And then we got a couple news regarding the 2-week event, which is going on at the moment. The first week has gone, so there's still 1 week you can play in, and also the mods are becoming really interesting as the time goes by, especially during the weekend. Pretty much all of the mods are on together at the same time, so it's really crazy. But anyway, here's the percentage of players in each class over level 50. So for the standard Perandus event, the Scion Ascendancy is the highest one, then comes the Assassin, Saboteur, Elementalist. Going down, we can notice some unascended classes. The Scion is understandable because you need at least the Cruel Labyrinth and getting 4 points to actually use efficiently the Scion Ascendancy. However, Shadow Unascended, that's pretty interesting. Makes me think that there isn't really many players actually playing these classes over level 50, so that's that. Also, for the hardcore Perandus, Ascendant is still dominating, but you can see the difference in the percentage. The champion is really high, of course. The permanent Fortify is always really strong. Elementalist is gaining a lot of favor. Inquisitor, Saboteur, Juggernaut. The Shadow is really low because glass cannons are not exactly the best thing to play in the hardcore league. Also, due to some technical issues, the domination mod will be on for the remainder of the event, so all the other days from now on are domination, including of course the other mods, so that's something you might want to care about. Also, this is really good if you're doing high level maps because there is a challenge including touching an Echo Shrine, and those are really rare, so hopefully having a lot of domination during the week will help you with that if you still haven't got the challenge. And last but very interesting, we got a skill reveal, Frostbolt, and another skill reveal, Vortex. I kind of feel like GGG always put the skill reveals late in the week. Maybe it's just my impression. Anyway, Frostbolt is a single, slow-moving, piercing projectile, which is available very early game. And it looks, I mean, the look is different, but it feels pretty much like the normal ice spear, just it doesn't crit and it doesn't shatter, it just goes through the enemies, kind of like a freeze pulse ball, something like that. And the second skill is Vortex. Vortex is a skill that if you cast it normally, it basically creates a pool around you, around your character. It remains there, the pool remains there, it doesn't follow your character. It's a chilling, damaging ice vortex, pretty much. It's not, I don't think it's damage over time. It's probably ticks of ice damage, continuous ticks of ice damage. But the thing is that, and we can see it in the video, these are the vortex over here, and now he's going to cast these 5 balls that are going on are frost bolts with a GMP. And the thing is, if you cast a vortex near a frostbolt, the vortex will be cast over the frostbolt and the frostbolt will just disappear. So this works also with Ice Nova. If you have a frostbolt going on and you use Ice Nova, the Ice Nova will start from the frostbolt, and you can see it from the video. It's really interesting. You can basically create a zone and a sequence of vortexes or Ice Novas. It's not going to use the Ice Nova in the video, so but still really interesting interaction. Hopefully we'll get this with other skills, but I think GGG is going to wait for the 3 or for the next update and the next leagues and see how much people manage to break the game with this skill, and then possibly decide or implement new skills. So really interesting skills. I think these skills have a lot of potential, unlike some of the last ones that were released recently. And yeah, I think that was all for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all. I've been your host, Zorzo, and I'll see you guys the next time.